Well, good morning, boys and girls. It's when I feel like 8 o'clock again. And I have a little something I got to bring up to all you ladies here coming down the basement, knocking on my window, wanting my autograph and such as that. I got to ask you to stop because the old lady's going to start thinking I'm starting a brothel down here again, which I am, but I really don't want her to know about that, okay? So go to my YouTube channel, check it out, maybe message me and I'll set up an appointment and we can take care of any autograph type material that you may need. All right, so we're on to in our mid-season projections and predictions and so on and so forth like that, looking back at the half a year up until now and what I said is what's going to happen and what is happening. We're at the Buffalo Sabres. But before I go, of course, we need to have our general announcement of Jaime's Body Lube when you need some Gergensons for your anus. There, I said it. Okay, the Buffalo Sabres. They're pretty much where I thought they were. They would be. The fact that Eichel has been out certainly has contributed to that. But the issue they mainly have and what they think they should do in the future is get themselves a better analytics guy. They are trading for players based on I think just their visual eye or even just name players, or especially on defense, whoever's helping them make these decisions, they are just looking for size and aggressiveness maybe without getting very much else. The reason that they took Bogosian in the Kane deal, I didn't like that very much, and it's not panning out very well for them. When they traded Pissick for Kulikov, I didn't like that very much, and that's not working out very much for them. And the numbers would have played that out if you looked at the analytics of these players. Pissick was a way better possession player, shot suppression player, everything. I know a lot of people heard it and said, "Why would they trade that?" Well, that's the reason why I showed you my analytics. I did my analytics video for you. You could check it out on YouTube at My NHL Pearls of Wisdom. It's really important. It's the wave of the future, and it's becoming for the NHL, and it's successful. It works. It actually has validity. And they need to start going that direction as far as I'm concerned. That's the main thing that I think that they need to do for the future. As far as players that, for your fantasy picks, as far as players that I see improving, I actually think that Gergensons is going to start coming back to his old way again. He's a guy who likes to play on instinct, and he's had a little bit of trouble acclimating himself after Nolan left. He's even said that himself. But he's just got too much talent to not be putting up points. And I think you're going to see him start putting up points in the second half this year. And he's going to get more opportunity to do so. Reinhardt, he's at about a 50-point pace. He's got nowhere to go but up. I don't know if it's going to be this year, but I think it's a very good chance. I would take a chance on him for sure. Eichel is Eichel. He's going to be a point-a-game guy, and he was injured. So if you can scoop him for some guys that are maybe not working out for you or some injured guys, I would do that as well. If you've got a goalie pool, I'd really go with Lehner. Lehner is a really good goaltender. And I know a lot of guys have been watching World Juniors, and you saw White and what Ottawa got for Lehner pretty much for the first round pick, and they're thinking, oh, well, Lehner's kind of been hurt and stuff, but I'm going to tell you this right now. I believe that Lehner's going to be well worth that pick, depending on how good White gets, but his upside is probably a second line center. Lehner is a easy number one goaltender and well worth what they gave up, even though it was steep for the time because goaltenders didn't really have all that much value. He went after what he wanted, and he got a very good goaltender. So for your pools, as long as there's no wins, because Buffalo's not going to get much, but if it's to do with save percentage and percentages, Lehner would be a good pick. For the future, or where they're going to go from here, like I already mentioned, I would get an analytics guy, but what are they going to do? Well, the way they're going, they're probably going to keep on trying to pick up big defensemen and not pay attention much to analytics. So I think what you're going to see them do is trade a little bit of their forward depth for some defense, which would be a wise thing to do. I would, if I were them, right now, after World Junior, where Nylander has high value, I would honestly trade him. I am very concerned that this is going to be a perimeter player. I don't know how much they're going to be able to get him to play on the inside where he needs to score points. I like him. I like his skill level, but I'm a little concerned about perimeter players like that because they have a tendency to basically just be power play specialists. I didn't like when they drafted him to begin with. Sergachev was available and they needed defensemen. To me, he was the easy pick at that time. So I'm not too high on that, and his value is fairly high right now. You could probably get a decent defenseman for him right now, and I would do that. But I doubt they are going to. Where they're going to go, they're building. They're going to look for defense. And keep on going the way they are. The one thing I like about Tim Murray, as I mentioned in my past, for the beginning my first series, is he does go after the players that he wants. He did that with Kane, like that type of prototypical player. He is most definitely looking for aggressive forwards and defensemen. That's his main thing. You got to be aggressive and, the old compete and so on and so forth like that. And maybe he didn't think Pissick did that and Kulikov did. And to an extent, I would say, but you still have to have possession numbers. You still have to be able to get the puck out of the zone. Those things to me are more important than the compete level right off the top. You can mix that in from other areas. Anyways, I'm going really long here, and I've definitely given you my full 42. So remember, at my NHL Pearls of Wisdom, press the like button and subscribe, because that gets me vats and vats and vats. All subscriptions, by the way, will be mailed a vat of Jaime's body lube to you via helicopter. So, hey, it's well worth it. Have a great day.